Right, I forgot. It's been a while since I played this game. I met Bernie Sanders dressed in this. I wonder if this is going to start me like reading the dialogue already or if I'm going to have to skip through some bits. Right, we need to talk to people about the Shambler.
I'm the trash man.
I'm the trash Shambler. Enter madness. I've never realized that it says that at the bottom there.
What can I do
like
for
that
you, sir?
every time.
Mrs. Sanders? I'm a private detective.
Yeah, okay, so we've seen this before. We can skip.
The main thing is that we understood the brave it's a small
We've seen all this before. We can skip
since
this.
This business has got nothing to do
I can't
with
skip
me,
this apparently.
I'll be in your husband's office, Irene.
I managed to skip a
carry
lot,
on
but I
later.
can't skip
Very
this
well, Miss
apparently.
Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce.
I
And do
forgot
make
how
yourself
unsettling this
comfortable.
woman is, not for
It
any
don't seem
particular
like you have
reason.
much to tell me.
She's just not pleasant looking.
Me.
May I inquire
This
as
game
to when
bumped its
you had the
audio, like, really
opportunity to
loud.
talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone.
Lady, are you aware that your
The fact
dress
that
not
I
only
have
is
not been
breaking
allowed
space-time,
to
but
see
you're
him
clipping
since he
into
was
it?
interned. You, on the other hand,
It's really bad,
not
actually.
even
Like,
talk with him. the
oh
day
my
he died.
god.
How was he? Were you present when he had this
I-
attack?
There's clipping, and then there's, like, this lady's dress, and it's pretty bad. You must feel guilty, or must not feel guilty, psychology professional. Let's try it. Let's push our barriers here.
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers
As
no
inevitable
longer
as your dress
if you
clipping
will
into your
allow me such
clothing
a
and your
platitude.
hands
Of
and
course.
everywhere else. This will affect my
Thank you
destiny?
for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to
Telling
me.
her that her
However,
husband
it may
dying was
require
inevitable?
more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute. And right before your eyes.
Well, you see, your husband
Did you not do
levitated it into
anything
the
to
air,
help?
and then his head twisted around until it came off. The true culprit is Fuller. I share your grief, but I had nothing to do with it. Hold to test eloquence. Alright, test eloquence. I don't think we're gonna pass this because we are a PTSD drunk H.P. Lovecraft man.
It's terrible what happened to your husband, but I had nothing to do with it. I was injured, and I came across him in the hospital quite by chance.
Injured? Well, I'm delighted.
Okay,
to
I
see
think
you
I
in such
actually
good health,
eloquenced for
Detective.
once in this
Not
game.
everybody enjoyed such a prompt recovery.
For
I
once.
suppose Fuller...
Well, like, I mean, the last couple of times I've tried it, it's been like, no.
Luck is obviously
Hell, I tried
very
to strength.
kind
I
you.
tried to out-strength an
Oh,
old man, and
time,
his
Mr.
result was
Pierce.
they smacked me with an axe.
I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
I haven't exactly had a series of good events in this so far. Unlocked answer, did he speak of the Shambler? How do you know Sarah
How
Hawkins?
did you come to meet Sarah Hawkins?
I'm the trash
We
man.
were the wealthiest and most
I don't know
influential
why I
families
just
on
keep-
Darkwater.
That's just
Of
stuck in
course
your
we would
head.
know each other.
It's
And when
stuck in
Charles
my
returned
head
from
today.
Europe with his sweet
I've been
little
saying it
artist,
literally all day.
She and her sinister paintings were destined to catch my husband's eye.
Well, I'm picking up trash.
He bought many of her works over the
I
last 5
throw it
years.
all over the ring.
They adorn his macabre gallery.
Okay, what
May
is
I
what
ask
is
you
Kat
what Miss
doing
Baker
here?
is doing here? How do you know her?
My business with Miss Baker is private, Mr. Pierce.
I'm literally
But
a
you do
private
know what
detective.
kind of
Like,
business Miss
I'm
Baker is
asking these questions because I need to.
I am no fool. Please believe that much, at least.
I'll believe that when your clothes stop phasing in and out of existence. What do you know of the Shambler?
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can't imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The
To be a
Shambler is
man, you must
painting
have honor.
by Sarah Hawkins.
Honor
Who
and a
else to paint
penis.
such horrors? Take a look for yourself.
That's from an anime?
if you
Don't know
feel
what
so
anime.
inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have
All I know is
nothing
it's
to lose.
one where they look
Then you
stupid.
have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse
Like
to
they,
set
like
foot
the
in that
artist
gallery
purposely made them
again.
look bad.
But if you're so eager to see it,
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
New character discovered, Irene Sanders. I mean, I would say that meeting a person definitely is discovering them, yes.
To be a man, you must have honor.
Did she really care for him
But
after
her
all?
refusal,
Honor and a penis.
acknowledge the receipt of the letter in which you demand the body of your deceased husband. I am sorry to inform you that I cannot agree to return his body to you at the moment of his interment. You signed a discharge allowing me to dispose of the body as I see fit. I extend my deepest condolences. See, we can't release him so that way you can bury him because the Eldritch Horrors lifted him up and twisted his entire body around.
So about your husband? He's no longer a
Oh!
husband.
What? What? I was like, hey, there's an interactable piano. And then I just played a couple of random notes and it unlocked a hidden compartment.
Is this dagger part of Sanders'
With an
collection,
Eldritch
or
book
was
with
he
a
seeking
dagger
to
in it.
acquire
Art and Mysticism, Forgotten Objects is collection written by Francis Sanders. In it, he catalogs and categorizes objects from all ages and origins, linked to the occult or mystical practices, is opened at the page of a dagger and bears a symbol that is unknown to me. No, it's not, you dumb idiot. When you were in the asylum, we literally looked across the room and there was an entire cell painted with this symbol. You absolute moron. How do you think that, that is remotely unknown to you? That is definitely a known symbol. I remember it, and that was like 10 days ago. Cultism is at 35%. Come on, let's get another point to occultism. That'd be very nice. Let's get it so that we recognize a symbol you saw 3 days ago.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Man, there's nothing I love more than a photograph in a video game where the photograph is just a bunch of character models with a sepia texture over it. It just feels so bad. Like, it's incredibly lazy. Ooh, medicine tome. Covers everything from gas gangrene to trench nephritis. In addition to precise and detailed study, the book presents some avant-garde theories. The incredible complexity of this book reserves it for medical experts. Okay. Has that upgraded my medical ability yet? No, because my guy's still a dumb bitch. God damn it, I really should have put more points into medical or occult. Alright, reconstruct scene. Use your weird psychic abilities. Psychology on cup?
Francis
Sure, that makes
Sanders
sense.
and Sarah Hawkins were close.
Psychology on cup.
Yeah, I used my psychology on a cup to determine the relationship of this man.
I don't know why, but that makes me so happy.
Alright.
I just love the phrasing, psychology on
House of
cup.
Artists.
Like, I like
House
to
of
think the
Artists.
cup's in a little chair and you're like
House of
talking to it
Artists.
about its problems.
I love very much when an object can be interacted with repeatedly, but it just says the exact same thing and nothing new,
House of
so it's just
Artists.
a house of artists 7 times. A house of artists.
I don't know,
Sanders
man. They
accession
just
register.
they keep pouring coffee in
Beside
me,
the
but I'm not a
shed.
coffee cup. I'm a
Finally.
I'm a
What did Sarah
teacup.
Hawkins fear so
Like, they
much
don't
that she didn't want
understand,
to sell
man.
the painting?
I have to examine the
Finally,
Shambler.
Was Sanders aware of his
So now to
imminent
get back
doom?
at them, whenever there's condensation on the table, like slide, and now they think the house is haunted.
That looks like a psychology check. There we go.
Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins?
Yes!
He didn't want Sanders to have the painting. She must have felt devastated.
I don't understand why games do this. I played a fucking Sherlock Holmes game a couple of years ago, and it did this exact same shit of just he looks at everything and it immediately deduces what the people were thinking of, like at the moment when insert object was interacted with. It's like, that could have just been knocked over by accident. You have no evidence. You're just looking at a thing. And it's like, it's different when cops do it and they set up a whole crime scene. It's like, this guy's just imagining entire sequences of events. Like, is this woman jealous of her husband idealizing this artist? And it's like, probably. What? I had an option to look at a painting, and when I did, all it did was just go, ah!
The art.
It went to a cutscene of the guy ripping his eyes out afterwards while looking at the painting, but why did I scream? I didn't see that yet. That was that's very abrupt. I want that sound effect now, though. I really
Just
would like...
do it anytime somebody subscribes.
Yeah, just like anytime. Add it on to like the Nick one, where it's just like every time there's like a random chance that somebody might just hear, ah! Very short and abrupt. And of course, this door is locked. I forgot you can crawl around on the floor like a baby.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted.
Sanders Session 1. Edison gold molded record. Oh, fuck. That's just a picture of H.P. Lovecraft. That's literally a picture of H.P. Lovecraft.
It's their god.
Well, it's very funny because it's on like an Edison record, but it's just a picture of Lovecraft. That's not even incredible. Just absolutely incredible. Alright, let me listen to your record.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head.
I see him behind my eyelids.
Behind my eyelids?
Fantastic.
Each time I shut my eyes. I can't take anymore.
Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, is that gonna keep going?
Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah.
Okay. These are the only options I have. Fair enough. That makes sense. That leads me to believe there might be more of these. That is also locked. Lady, you live here. Could you give me access to everywhere in the house, please? That'd be nice. I'd appreciate it.
It's too easy.
Too many doors are locked for me. Give me access. Hi.
Alright, lines are done, so I...
Dissertation on anatomical question.
Breath of the Wild.
Oh, did we finally level up our medical?
Ow!
No, we haven't. My guy is still just a dumb bitch.
Me.
You okay?
Also a dumb bitch. Yeah, I'm just
I could use
a dumb
one of
bitch.
those.
Oh, yeah, by the way, I looked it up because last time I said, hey, when did sleeping pills get to be a thing? About...
Oh, wait, can I take a guess?
Yeah.
I want to say somewhere in the 1700s.
No, you and Nick, like, both said, like, several hundred years before. Sure, there have always been tonics, there have always been drinks, there have always been
See,
powders.
that's what I was thinking. But
No.
Are you thinking like a pill? Like an
Yes.
actual pill?
This
Then it
literally
has to
says
be-
sleeping pills on it.
Then it has to be like 1900s. Late
Yeah.
1800s, early 1900s.
It was literally within the last, like, 60 years.
Alright,
And
because
so-
I was thinking like things that make you sleep.
No, like, this is clearly marked sleeping pills. And I looked it up, and the first time that something was called sleeping pills was in, like, the fucking 60s. Or maybe even the 70s. I don't remember the exact year. But it was within the last couple of decades. It wasn't, like, 1920. So, fuck you, anachronisms, be gone.
A strange
Baby,
Amerindian
Are
pendant.
you ready to go to the bedroom?
I'm sorry, Amerindian? Is that a real term?
Oh god, it better not be.
Portmanteau of American and Indian. An ancient amulet, probably Amerindian. I wonder what purpose.
I'm gonna mute myself so I can move.
That gave me
to the
occultism?
bedroom.
Yo, okay, level 3 occultism. Let's go. Occultism represents your knowledge of the occult, because that's what we need right now. Like, quite literally, that is what we need right now. We're encountering some weird shit.
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
She was told to by the ghosts.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
Volume spent some time on Reverend Wickwood's community. His wife expresses her worries about the strange dreams and the Reverend's congregation are having since arrival on the island. Some members of the community, her husband included, began to speak of their vision as a messenger sent by God. She is scared that they will suffer the same fate of the lost tribe. Wait, did I really just brute force that open? Key to Sanders' gallery. Okay. I'm gonna guess that's that. Would you read the book? What? Read the book. Oh, it's evil. It is a kind of encyclopedia of monsters and unknown creatures. I'm beginning to believe that they exist. The Malleus Bestiarum, Volume 2. This will affect my destiny? Oh. Hey, why didn't you stop me?
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've
I
got a
will.
lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others.
Such
What
as
have you
reading
come looking
books,
for in this gallery?
apparently. Gotta verify the paintings for a buyer. Test
I have
eloquence.
a well-off client in Boston who heard about the death of Francis Sanders and wanted me to size up his estate before making an offer to his widow.
Nice story. Bad lie. Learn how to dupe, Detective.
Well,
but as long as you keep
that's
out of my
expected,
way,
honestly.
you're free to carry on with your visit.
We haven't been managing to eloquence in some time.
There's more than that, Miss Baker.
So people have been talking behind my back. I was almost beginning to like you, Mr. Pierce. But it stays cat for you.
You knew the Sanders?
Irene is a friend of mine.
Oh, okay. And what are you
And
doing
you?
here, though?
What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network and a means of transport to the mainland.
I feel like
A
these
choice that
things
comes
do
down
not
to
need to
Fitzroy
leave.
and me.
They
And
they
I'm far more
quite
pleasant.
literally should be destroyed
you
as
say?
was recommended.
Not now,
I thought
Sir.
we'd have another line
I'd
of
like to leave
dialogue.
this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
There was at least one more line of
Go take a
dialogue that you
hike,
did not
Detective.
engage me in. Is this the first time somebody stopped dialogue because I said a thing? I feel a little bit jilted by this. Wait a minute. I don't imagine that this will have any meaningful effect because it is a key to the gallery. But let's take a look. Nope. Okay. Gallery? Cool. Now we're going to examine everything.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times. These artifacts date from
Fantastic.
pre-Columbian times.
And you got a little bit of everything in here, don't you? That's not a people. Gonna go ahead and say that is, like, some sort of weird caveman. And Sphinx of the Skull, definitely normal. That prompt did nothing. Like, at all. That prompt literally did nothing. Hi there, Tucker. Yep, ominous glowing tablets, definitely completely normal.
These artifacts.
Yep, these artifacts definitely date from
pre-Columbian
pre-Columbian
times.
times. Oh, I don't like that. That's a hidey hole.
The
Oh yeah, no,
public
she's fine.
entrance
She's
to
just
the
been spending
gallery.
time with me today. I'm... Give knife. Give knife.
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
And could I have them? Okay, come on. We definitely
Man
have to examine the
transformed an entire
painting.
wing of his manor into an art gallery.
But I really want to crawl the entirety of everything beforehand. Just in case there's some examinable that I'm going to miss.
The public entrance to the gallery.
Yeah, can't do anything with that. Sick. Wait. Wait,
I'm
is
back.
like choking out a goose? Welcome back. I found a statue of a naked child, like, choking a goose out. And I think impaling it? I don't know. Skeleton man, take me by your skeleton hands. Is that a statue of a bear attacking a seal? That is. Why is this a thing? And why is everything constantly bloody here? See, I knew I was examining stuff. Oh, it's just the lamp oil. Well, this doesn't bode well for me. Oh, trying to hide it behind me. Drawing of a dagger. Far from possessing the talents of Sarah Hawkins, Sanders drew a dagger with a tortured form down to the smallest detail. The guard carries a strange esoteric symbol with a recurring feature of his correspondence with Sarah. Am I gonna have to knife a monster? Or alternatively, cut a painting? Because I've seen that done in lore before. Destroy the creature, you destroy the visage. Oh yeah, there we go. And now it's dark. And now the canvas is alive and you're going to go, ah! Well, no, instead what's going to happen is a Super Mario painting is going to come to life, and this man is going to somehow have all of his hair fall down in front of his face instantaneously. Man, the one thing that's, like, a little bit upsetting about cosmic horror stuff is, like, H.P. Lovecraft did such a good job making it so popular that, like, the body horror doesn't freak people like me out at all. You just go like, yeah, 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 whenever you see it. Whereas, like, some people might still be like, oh, I don't like it. Like, body horror at this point is nothing. You really have to appeal to that existential dread, you know?
What the hell was that?
That was the Shambler, I'm gonna go ahead and guess. Which we're gonna go ahead and avoid by just crawling on the floor like a child. Guess what? Turns out that it's a bad idea to look at the Shambler.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
That is definitely not the right dagger. Oh, but it's definitely seen me now. No, don't worry about it. No, don't worry about it, though. No, don't worry about it, though. Grab dagger.
This dagger.
Oh, well, apparently I died instead. Well, I know where the right dagger is, and I tried to take it, but instead my guy just went, "This dagger!" And then it made a very loud sound of me. So, fair enough. Current Nick thing is, dude, Rachel's friend is here and she's talking about really wanting to fuck Venom. And how she loves monster fucking.
Me! Also, look at the general
This
chat.
conversation feels familiar, says Nick. Also, I'm sorry.
Look in the general chat. That's just a picture of my dad at 17, but he still has a fucking unibrow and chest hair.
That's not much of a unibrow.
It's visible, though.
Yeah.
It's getting there.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I've seen people that have got that going. It's fine. I already told you. Because she was spending the day with me, my guy. Enter madness. Skip scene, skip scene, skip scene. Oh, there is a them boys chat happening. Is that you or is that Nick?
Nick. Because I told Nick in like his chat is like I was like, hello, I also want to fuck monsters. Hello, Rachel's friend.
Yeah.
Knife.
Dagger looks different.
Knife, 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 knife. Take to painting. Cut painting. Destroy painting. Portal gone. I am an actual genius. It immediately works. That boss fight is fucking 0. Yeah, you can't exist in this world without your Super Mario painting, huh? Go back to Mario 64. But can I keep the knife? Hey, what's going on with my hand, though?
You're turning into space.
Don't do it.
What's
Don't
the
cut off
matter with
hand.
you?
Hand normal? Hand's normal. Okay.
I can't tell. This game's either very pretty or very ugly.
Yes.
You sure you won't be needing that hand?
Like, I
You're
can't
losing
tell.
it, detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I
I'm
do.
not even drinking anymore. She's sitting there like, oh, the bottle will get you before I do. I haven't had a drink since this game started.
Did I miss something more interesting?
Yeah, the painting was cursed, man.
Sanders was right. This painting is cursed.
What are you talking about?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
You believe me then? You didn't hear anything. You knew about the monster. You must have noticed the state of my arm. You knew about the monster.
Yeah.
You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about?
Don't
You felt
gaslight
lucky
me
that
like
I saved
this.
your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that
Someone's
dagger?
a
It
bitch.
saved my life.
Oh yeah, the first interaction I had with her, I was like, wow, you can really put
You
away
should
the
talk to
booze, and she
Algernon
kneed me in the
Drake.
balls.
He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it.
Oh,
I
we're
saw
gonna
in
get
the
to talk to
legends.
the guy
It
that's
was
covered
him
in
who
the
sold
body
it to
tattoos
Sanders.
and scars. Give me this information free of charge.
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple
I
trade-off.
am not your canary in
Now
a
go
coal
see
mine in
your
this
antique
situation,
seller.
please.
I've still got things to settle with Irene.
I hate this. Stop switching between these cutscenes, because the cutscenes just kind of look like shit. Everybody just looks vaguely sweaty all the time.
Me. That hair.
mean, it's not like that hair was not a real hairstyle, but it definitely is not a good one on her skeleton.
Did you hear about how Home Depot has like a
Like the
100-foot
12-foot
skeleton?
tall skeletons, not
Whatever the
100
fuck.
feet tall.
I know, I was over exaggerating, but it's huge. I saw someone who has it, and it makes me so happy.
I saw a post that was like, do you want to buy a NVIDIA RTX 3090 graphics card or 12-foot tall skeletons or something like that?
12-foot tall skeletons, and I'd keep them up year round.
I did see one where somebody had several of them, and there was like one that was like peeking in the person's bathroom. Repel the creatures sold by Sanders.
Like, I would have them surrounding the house, and I would like decorate them for Christmas, so they'd have Christmas lights and like tulle on them.
I
and then-
would definitely like do some shit to them to like paint them to be more spooky. I said to
That's
Nick,
fair.
if I ever bought one of those giant skeletons, I will get like the PVC that you can get and like make a big fucking Dark Soul sword for it.
Where's the bookseller?
Where is the bookseller? I don't know. Last time we saw him, he was drinking, so there's a 50-50 odds that he's in the back or drunk.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
Passer declared himself to be the prophet. He renounced God and worshipped a strange pagan entity with a monstrous appearance. His wife tried to reason with her husband, but in vain. He was convinced that he must listen to the voice in his head because it holds the truth. I mean, let's be honest here. If you're worshipping like 1800s, 1900s Christian faith, you're worshipping a watered-down version of a much more eldritch and horrifying god. The idea that, like, the Christian god is, like, a dude with, like, a fucking beard and looks human, it's, like, fair enough, because the whole, oh, he made mankind in his image thing. But then he's, like, supposed to be, like, an imperceptible being at the same time? Like, make your fucking minds up. What is he? Did he make us to look like him, or is he fucking impossible to understand? Or is he constantly just changing?
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's
you know what?
laid the foundations of psychoanalysis.
People shit on Freud because Freud was constantly doing a bunch of drugs with his patients and having sex with them. And that's definitely pretty fucked up and not professional. And he was dealing with his own shit. But I will say, his theory of, like, the different stages that you go through definitely holds water with literalism sometimes. Because I had very little control of my life as a child. And as a result, I definitely did actually enter the anal stage and just hold my poo. So, as much as people want to discredit Freud, guy had some ideas. That gave me medicine? Oh, come on. We're so close to getting medicine leveled up. Like, I guess it is medicine because it's psychology, but I feared that would just go into psychology and not medicine. Because psychology is a stat. Jesus Christ. Darkwater History, Harry Campbell, Volume 2, a Puritan colony led by Reverend John Wickwood, settled on the island during the 17th century. They named the island Darkwater because of the dark shades of the sea. Believed it was because of the peculiar color of the rocks surrounding the island. They erected the first buildings, which were among Hawkins Manor, church, and cemetery. I love the idea that it's like, yeah, one of the first things on the island was the cemetery. Like, what, did you guys have that many dead when you landed? That you needed the cemetery immediately? The rare documents and handwritten notes they left spoke of nightmares and deviant behaviors. Alright. Yo, I had a teacher, he wasn't one of mine, but he was in the same school as me in elementary school. Right, I forgot some stuff you have to examine using a light, and I forgot how fucking stupid that is. And he totally had one of these big skeletons. Do you ever know anybody that had, like, the big anatomy skeletons?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you a narrative, right? To a woman is like, hey, can you take my daughter to go get her picture taken?
Okay.
Like, professionally, and the grandparents are like, sure, right?
Beverly Mason.
Grandparents are white, mom is white, child is mixed. Okay?
Yeah.
Beautiful little girl. Beautiful photos of this cute little black girl wearing cute different dresses until you realize in the background it's a cotton field.
Ooh. Cringe.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, not necessarily malicious, just cringe.
Oh no, there was malicious intent behind it, I'm assuming, because the next photo is the girl and her parent, like the grandparents, and the dad is wearing a Trump 2020 shirt.
Oh, yeah. Alright, never mind.
So,
Yo.
it's like, okay, obviously you were assholes. Jesus,
oh god, we have
fuck.
a ton of these things. Like, I guess I'm just never going to look through all this.
Can you stop pooping, please?
No.
Thank you.
I'm doing it right now.
Are you?
No.
That noise you hear is her aggressively hitting her litter box.
That's pretty funny.
Right?
Need CP to put into eloquence. I could do that, but that's probably not going to be too important. What's my sanity looking like? How many new mental traumas do I have? We did have the ritual before. We did have the macabre discovery. We now have the death of Francis Sanders. I remember that. We also have the Malleus Bestiarum. Alright. And we do have meeting the Shambler. Some of these have to be things that are not optional. Like, I don't think that you can get away with not meeting the Shambler. The ordeals you've gone through have left you your mark, but you still manage your best as you can. You keep your mind busy in order to chase away doubts and painful memories. Still have some way to go. Who knows where your mind could lead you along the paths of insanity. Fantastic.
Do you mind?
No, slap. Handbook on anatomy and dissection. Okay, did I level up my medicine yet? I have finally leveled up my medicine. I can be slightly more medical now. It's almost not going to matter, I guarantee you. Would you read the book? It's not giving me the option to. There we go. Well, the last book I read had ominous foretellings of bestial creatures, so of course I'm going to read this one.
What does this strange book contain?
This will affect my destiny.
Contains
Well, yeah.
Unholy knowledge.
Baby.
I find it very fun.
Stop.
I find it very fun that I find a book, and I'm like, oh, this book's out in the middle. I should just read it. And then I read it, and it's like, Malleus Bestiarum Volume 2. Here are the ominous horrors within. And he's like, ugh, and goes slightly insane because he saw it. And then he finds the second one, and he's like, I wonder what this could contain. It looks identical. And then he opens it up, and he just goes, this book contains unholy knowledge. Like, what did you expect? Where are you that you think that there's anything but this that's going to be showing up? Divinities from the stars, creatures capable of traveling from one dimension to another. It presents itself as referenced on the bestiary of the myth. Without giving details on the mythology to which it refers, its pages are covered with phantasmagorical illusions. Your guy's a dope. I mean, he's at least a drunk.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's theosophical movement.
I'm sorry, did I not
Its
pick this up
followers
before?
placed truth on the same footing as a religion.
These Tibetan writings are the origin of the esoteric movement founded by Helena Blavatsky at the end of the 19th century. The creator of Theosophy would have drawn extensively on the texts of this work, but no one has ever been able to consult them. I thought they didn't exist. This book, discovered in the nameless bookstore on Darkwater, could be as much a fake as irrefutable proof of Blavatsky's sincerity. Fantastic. Well, that's another occultism. Man, this guy is just giving me the points. Coming to the bookstore, good idea. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed that the bookstore contains the myriad knowledge of both medicine and insanity? But somehow the book on psychology, not a book on psychology that gives you points for psychology, but a book on medicine because it's about psychology. Very sensible.
I just found something that is making me very confused.
Yeah, like a bookstore having a skull in it?
No, like gender bent pyramid head?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, that almost exists because the nurses are a thing.
Oh,
The
I
American
almost just sent that to
whaling
my
industry.
father. That would have been awkward to explain.
No, that would have been very good because you're just like, hey, look at this.
Oh, Jesus. Lord help me. I just am so confused.
Because the religion was favored, refuge for.
I'm gonna send it to
citizens.
you, though. Why?
Okay.
Because why not, you know?
I mean, I might already have seen this thing.
Oh, my body hurts. Did I not save it? Are you fucking shitting me?
Oh, thanks for the oil.
I have to go light a candle because my cat's shit smells so bad.
What happened?
That's why I
Facebook.
usually try to keep them as far away as possible when they do that sort of thing.
Yeah, well, I sent it to you. I can't leave it in the closet because she gets scared.
I would just leave it in like the living room.
No, because then my
Strange
living room's
animal.
gonna smell.
I have a
Fucking
feeling I'd
sick.
better not touch it.
Like a Cthulhu
Cat.
bat dog.
Yeah.
Strange amulet. The pendant is the shape of a large dog. I don't know what it represents. Might find out more by searching the bookstore.
I like how that rhymed.
Oh, is that like a person? Because that looks like cosplay. I can't tell if that's a drawing or not.
No, it's cosplay. It's amazing.
Okay. So here's my only complaint.
The shoes.
Well, no, because they gotta be big, right? But that's the thing. They should be big. because,
Oh, like buff?
because Pyramid Head's a fucking monster.
I mean, like, for a woman, she's ripped. You see those arms and that, like, she's ripped and still, like, but still feminine? Part of me
Anatomy
wants to
Dissection
show...
Book 1.
Part of me wants to be like, Nick, show this to your friend who likes monsters. Actually, I'm gonna do it. I don't care. Fuck Nick.
Please send this to me, says Tucker. I can literally see that in there, but I can't get it. Alright. Fine. We'll play it your way.
Let's start over.
Whoa.
Where did they break in from? Blood.
Where did they break
kinda
in from?
wanna-
Amateur work.
Would my Twitter followers hate me if I drew fucking pyramid?
Do you think that
Jasper's
your Twitter
pyramid.
followers would hate anything that you produce?
Probably not. But I wanted to start doing Jasper's like different like scary things. This is it. I'm gonna draw her as Pyramid Head. Like that's on the fucking table for tomorrow, boy. Let me sing this to
Investigate.
Tucker,
Someone
and then I'm gonna
tall
go
left this footprint.
get my tablet because I
man,
don't feel like
probably.
doing.
Someone tall left this footprint? How do you know that?
Then I'm gonna go get my tablet and continue drawing and get a candle because again, my cat shit smells like shit. It's gross. It smells like a horse's butthole.
Well, I imagine it actually smells like a cat's.
No, her shit smells like horse shit, and it's worrying.
I'm gonna be honest,
She
I've never
shits-
had to smell cat feces early.
It's because it was downstairs all the time.
Yeah. So that's why they give you a medicine thing here, so you can up your medicine.
No sign of struggle.
Alright, I want to be right back. Grab my
The
tablet and
burglar
everything.
smashed this jar. It wasn't intentionally. Was he hurt then?
I imagine the answer to this is going to be yes. Alright, get on down
What
here.
killed all these animals?
Yeah, that's a good question.
What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene?
The one that was either driven to insanity or very injured. I would imagine.
What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing?
Eldrittor. What?
What the? Charles Hawkins?
Oh, of course. Why wouldn't he be?
Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins. Where did I see it?
On the knife, on the cell, in the book. Like, you're really bad at this, my
What
guy.
sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
Myriad. Sure.
Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe.
Why are they, like, electrical glitching out? This doesn't make sense.
Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here.
Not
Everything
well,
is linked to the
apparently.
Sarah Hawkins case.
Not everything's glitching out. I'm gonna take a look around. Dude, this is fucking up the bitrate, isn't it? Why is it doing this? Why electrical? It's literally the 20s. This seems a little tonally dissonant. Okay, hello.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Page seems to be hidden here. It is possible to read. If somebody finds these memoirs, they'll no doubt it in serious trouble. I suddenly hope that my body and bones are still in this place of reality in order to be discovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother. If she is still of this world, the following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the light of imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that the reason usually prevails in the end. Welcome back. If by chance a person, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its contents into the safekeeping of my friend and colleague, Professor Armitage of Miskatonic. Of course, he's at fucking Miskatonic University. Content of this safe is not only a digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous for it to fall into the wrong hands. Hope that you will be able to appreciate the danger this represents. Blah, blah, blah. Fantastic. Fuck. Well, back to searching. Whoa.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping
Is
pills?
everyone on this island taking sleeping pills? Says the guy also taking sleeping pills in an era where sleeping pills did not exist.
What link did he find?
Hey,
between
listen, this
Charles
is also an
Hawkins
era
and
where
an
giant
old
sky
animal?
monsters exist. So, like, just
This key that bears the Elder Sign is the only one able to protect your psyche. It is in the form of a cylindrical medallion hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star and the branch whose purpose is to push back the forces of the great old ones were engraved at its center. Everything points to the beginning and to the being Charles Hawkins that tore from his last owner, an Egyptian antique dealer. In press cuttings that mention a misdemeanor, this date of the robbery coincides with the last Hawkins trip to Cairo. Remains to be seen whether he knows the true purpose of the artifact. Try to find it. It always comes... Oh yeah, the key of Rylach, you say? Who would have guessed? It always comes back to Egypt with H.P. Lovecraft. He was so scared of fucking, like, Africa. And
wasn't he super racist?
yeah.
Like, incredibly racist.
Yeah, like, even considered to be very racist amongst people of his time. But the wild thing is it, like, stems into this weird thing of H.P. Lovecraft was incredibly racist, but it was clearly because he was very scared. Like, it's a weird thing of, like, I don't think he was genuinely angry with people of any other ethnicity. I think he was just very afraid of everything. He's just like, it's not what I know and what I am, so I'm afraid. Again, he wrote an entire book about finding out the mysteries of your lineage, detailing how you're actually a fishman after learning he's part Welsh. He was like, that's slightly not the type of white I used to be. And that scared him.
Arkham editions.
Azathoth
Never heard
and
of him.
Other Horrors. I like Azathoth. Also known as the Nightmare Lyrics, this collection of poems was sensationally received when published in 1908. Derby was only 18 years old. The volume is part of the Arkham Anthology, a luxurious collection of treatises and works on esotericism and the supernatural.
How many volumes are there in this?
Key of Solomon. I mean, yeah, like if you have a Key of Solomon, you're definitely doing some weird shit. That is the biblical apocrypha of a man who employed many demons to build a massive temple. Because back then you could apparently just enslave demons and that wasn't considered heretical.
Another volume by Arkham editions.
Isis Unveiled, the Book of Esoteric Philosophy, Madame Blavatsky's Theosophical Movement, written by Helena Petronova Blavatsky. The volume is part of an Arkham anthology, blah, blah, blah. Oh, fuck, they've got numbers on the side of them.
Arkham editions. Never heard of it. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham editions.
They're all by Arkham Edition. Stop talking about that. Opera in 8 acts by Benvenuto Cellini, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is just a lot of lore.
Arkham editions.
Stop saying this!
Never heard of him.
The words Arkham Editions are losing meaning. I'm sorry, written by Nostradamus? Of course.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Apparently
Another
too many.
volume by Arkham
Things that
editions.
should not be. Collection of essays on American folklore and urban legends. Written by a gentleman at Miskatonic University, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Books. Any other books? Oh.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Well, he did a really shit job hiding those. Gonna be honest with you here. I should probably listen to those. Part of me does kind of wish that games like this would come out more often that do just still let you shoot the monster.
Kind of chalice.
A kind of chalice.
Did you ever play through Amnesia? I don't remember.
We got like halfway through and then we just got bored.
That's fair.
The Amnesia games are like the start of me hating horror games because it implies that being helpless is scarier than being able to fight and being possibly overpowered.
I mean,
Things are not looking
I get
good.
it. Like, if they're like, hey, you can go in with this with a weapon, or you can go in this without, I'd always be like, give me a weapon, please.
Yeah, but I still think
But,
it's
like-
scarier to be able to fight back and something to just keep walking at you.
Nah, I think not being able to fight is scarier. Because like there is if you can fight back, there is a small chance that you could make it.
But that's the thing for me is like, let's say like it's an apocalypse scenario,
Arkham editions.
right? And
Never
my
heard of
options are you can try to fight the demons and probably die, or you're just helpless and you will instantly be dead. It's like I'm just going to go in there and be like, "All right." Like, if I know I'm overpowered, it's okay. Just get it
Yeah,
over
but
with,
the
I
thing
guess.
is, and if you don't know, you're going to be overpowered.
No, but that's what I'm saying is, like, I would much rather have a gun or a sword and hit the thing and it go, nah, and then me go, okay. And now I need to decide whether to run or to try to figure
Yeah,
out
but
an alternate
what
thing.
you were saying, how you worded it before, is you said having a weapon and fighting something is a lot scarier than just.
I feel like it
it's
is personally a more scary experience to have the ability to fight back than to just be like a completely harmless individual. I think this might be like a personal thing where it's just like differing ways that we feel like fear, basically, because I don't really feel a lot of fear.
Well, because here's the thing, like even if I know my chances to get out are slim, there's
I have 3.
comfort in knowing that there is at least something I can use to defend myself.
Red drops,
Even if it's
like
not
precious stones, lie fixed,
always
set
going
in
to
divine
work,
gold.
it's at least
To
something.
be
I'd
the
rather have
guardian of
something
the
than
Grail
nothing.
does not protect
I just
me
think
from
that
its
games like
attractions,
Amnesia,
and
like
I
if
do
the idea is
confess
to just run away,
I am willing to
it
pay
makes it
to
less
know
scary
its
because I
secrets.
know to just always run away and hide, as opposed to a game like the old Resident Evils where you turn a corner and you don't know what's going to be there.
Oh no, games are different. We're talking real life, Tyler.
I mean, it's the same thing, whereas, like, I'm still more afraid of a situation where it's like, I have the ability to fight, because I might... But it comes down to, if I'm helpless, I know that I'm going to run away. But if I have a weapon, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know the end result. Like, I'm the person in the horror movie that grabs the baseball bat and goes to the sound. I'm not the person who leaves instantly. Like, I comment on how stupid those people are because I'm one of them. You shouldn't do that. It should be that you run away because that's the smart thing. But literally every time I ever hear, like, a horrible, weird sound in the house, I just instantly just walk around and try and find what that is. And then it's always just like the door creaked or some shit. Just do not go quietly into the night, but rage against the dying of the night, basically.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our white
What
queen
goes good
from
with
their
purple and
dark
blue?
soldiers. I see our numbers
I'm sorry,
dwindling,
purple and blue?
and my will
Yeah.
strengthens as my apprehension grows. We
Pink?
shall refuse to
I mean,
be the
pink would go
playthings of
well.
destiny.
It's it's a baby blue. It's blue diamond.
Yeah, I mean, like, pink will go well. Like, greens and yellows have their accents depending on the level of, like, brightness that you're doing. But it can
It's a
easily
deep
slip
purple.
into... I was going to say, like, it can easily slip into Joker territory.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was thinking pink.
I mean, if you're doing that, just do, like, white. White is a neutral accent that works with both those things. And yeah, Tucker says white as well. God damn it.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them. And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our white queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of
My
destiny.
neighbor upstairs is not happy right now.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9,
I'm trying to determine if
Azathoth
there's
and
any
Other
hints in
Horrors
these.
seemed particularly
Or if
relevant
I'm just
to my
being very
research.
dumb.
I never tire of browsing through them.
Oh, my lamp was, like, running that entire time.
See, I don't want
Fill
to
me
do
up.
white because her hair's that pale, almost white blue.
That's fair.
The
I'm
queen
trying
has
to find
little
another color
protection.
that looks okay with. I'm probably just gonna use pink. I don't know why, but I like how Blue Diamond looks in pink.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like, hey, get in the safe. And I'm just like, sitting here just like, alright. Told me to listen to those things. I'm just trying to think like what the clues were. Those are just the same thing, huh?
I am cramping, and it really, really hurts.
Yeah.
I'm cramping. It's making me want to die.
So, I know that the one indicated, like, the Azathoth book, so I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. This said
The
this.
Chalice of Knowledge.
Okay. Referring to the gemstones on it. I'm starting to, like, the gears are going in the brain. You know, where you, like, heard the things and you start to think about it and you're like, oh, I understand now. Because this guy was talking about...
That.
I'm what?
Said I never have that. I'm always very dumb.
In the guy's audio log, he talked about the patterns of the gemstones, and I'm like, what did the patterns of the gemstones have? Specifically the ones that are, you know, notched in here, and it's like they are in intervals of 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, etc. So it's like, okay, there's that many rocks on there. And then he said something about this. Protecting the queen.
The queen has little protection.
I think he only has 3 pieces on there.
God save the queen and all that.
Okay, so 5, 3. Where's Azathoth?
What did Drake say about this
Nope.
collection? Drake talked
There it
about
is.
a particular volume.
And 9. Okay. 5, 3, 9. We'll try that and hope to not get exploded by this. How's this work? There we go. Oh, fuck. Okay, well, it didn't blow up on us when we tried to fuck with it, so that's cool. 5, 3, 9? Hey, it worked! Puzzle game go burr. Oh, that's a Necronomicon right there. That is straight up a Necronomicon, my guy. I mean, look at all the blood on those pages. Come on. Man, why is your, like, vest so detailed? Why does it look so nice compared to, like, the rest of your clothing? Oh god, your nails are fucked up. Yep, that's a big eye. That's a big Cthulhu eye. Those are tentacles. Hey, I think we magicked. A little bit. Okay. Yeah, definitely a little bit of witchcraft. And maybe the influence of psychic gods. Oh, we're back at the Institute. Nothing could go wrong here. After the literally having to escape from this place last time. Don't know how we're back here. Are we astral projecting? That's the real question. Oh, yep. When he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. We are literally astral projecting into somebody in the fucking asylum. God damn it. Hey, if you ever wanted to use assets multiple times for asset reuse, this is how you can do it. This game also loads like shit. I forgot to ask my coworker something. Not the one that's in my Discord. God damn it. The lady that's on like the 2 days when Ezekiel's not on. I guess she had asked like the super or something to try and find somebody to cover one of her shifts on Halloween for some reason. I don't know why. And they had sent me a message about it, and I was going to ask her because it was like 2 weeks ago and I'd forgotten to bring it up. And I was just like, shit, I totally forgot about that. And I was going to be like, hey, did you get that resolved or not yet?
Or were you gonna take it?
I might. Would put me overtime for my shifts. So they would have to pay me more money.
And I guess I'll be asleep, so it's not like...
Yeah.
It's not like we'd be missing time or anything.
We'd miss like 2 hours at night, basically.
Yeah.
But I just realized that I'm like, oh, god damn it.
This man's condition is deteriorating.
Wait, am I the doctor?